Errol Spence and Shakur clapped back at Gervonta Davis for basically saying both of them are jealous of him and envious because they can't have his spot. We about to cook on this in this video. I'm going to let y'all hear all of the audio from what was said. I'm going to let y'all hear the clapback from Errol Spence and Shakur Stevenson. But before we do that, make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's cook on it. Gervonta Davis got a fight coming up in June. The tickets went on sale today. I will be in the building because first and foremost, I am a boxing fan. I cover the sport, but I'm a boxing fan and I like great boxing events and great fights. And I do like this fight between Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis. And of course, David Benavidez is the co-main event. And I just like the whole card all the way around. So I'm always going to show my support, but I'm always going to keep it real. And Tank, now that he has this fight coming up with Frank Martin, he acting different. We ain't never seen Tank act like this before a fight. You know, Tank is usually pretty quiet and calm, and he really usually don't have too many things to say. But this time around, Tank been turning all the way up and crashing all the way out. Or maybe he just want people to think that he crashing out. I mean, he ran up on Devin Haney and his people at the club. He done jumped in Devin Haney's car and took pictures. He was pressing Frank Martin at the press conference, slapping that man's hand down. And he just been having a whole different type of energy. And a lot of people feel like that maybe Tank Davis is crashing all the way out with the pressure. Other people feel like that maybe Gervonta Davis is doing all of this just for promotion. Maybe he feels like that he have to do more to promote a fight between him and Frank Martin because usually, you know, he fights Hispanic fighters. They have their own fan base. And now he fighting a black fighter and Frank Martin is not that known. So maybe he's doing all of this for promotion and taking a page out of Ryan Garcia's book, but doing it a little different. Ryan Garcia was acting crazy on a whole different level. And now Gervonta Davis, he acting crazy on some, I'm bullying, shit don't come nowhere near me. I'm ready to crash out on sight. Whatever it may be, he keeping his name in the headlines. And like I said, people, they ready to go see this fight with him and Frank Martin. I'm not tripping. All of it to me is all in the game of boxing because I grew up in an era where, you know, fighters was doing crazy shit. I seen Larry Holmes jump off the hood of a car and try to drop kick Trevor Berbick. So, you know, I mean, these things that these fighters do today, it ain't that big of a deal to me. It's all entertainment and it all helps people want to see you fight. Negativity sells. When they think you're crashing out, that shit gonna sell. So I'm all for it. But with all that being said, man, Tank has had a lot to say. And recently, he done spoke on Errol Spence and he spoke on Shakur Stevenson. And he kind of spoke on both of them in the same light. Talking about they both envious and hating on him. Now, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to play y'all the audio and let y'all hear what he had to say about Errol Spence. And I'm going to cook on that and give y'all my take on what he had to say. And then I'm going to play y'all the audio and let y'all hear what he had to say about Shakur Stevenson being envious and hating on him. And I'm going to cook on that and give y'all my thoughts on that. So right now, y'all listen to what he had to say about Errol Spence.
Let me ask you a question. You
but
and
that
Errol
won't
cool?
be enough.
You and Errol cool?
I ain't cool right now.
Y'all not?
Nah,
y'all putting
cool.
some money on this?
They really ain't gonna be cool after this. Shit.
Why?
I'm talking about after the fight.
Shit, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Cause that motherfucker been hating on me for a little minute anyway. That's cool.
But Tank, you the big dog.
One thing about me, I ain't listen. This whole room could go against me. I don't give a fuck. I know what I have, and I know what I have on me. You know what I mean?
Listen, you the top dog, bro. When you the top dog, want that. They want that money. They want that spot. They want that fame. They want that success. That come with the game.
Errol Spence.
Outside the ring.
So y'all heard it? Gervonta Davis is claiming that Errol Spence been hating on him for a minute now. And he says that, yeah, I'll put hands on EJ outside of the ring. I want to smoke. Oh, man. And now that Gervonta Davis seemingly have a problem with Errol Spence, all of the fanatic, obsessed tankomaniacs, they came out when Errol Spence responded, and they all up under his comments. Now, all of a sudden, they don't like Errol Spence. Gervonta Davis is not a god. Newsflash, some shit that Gervonta Davis do, he's wrong. He's a man just like, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of y'all men, I can't even call y'all men the way that y'all act over these other grown men. But he's not a god. He can be in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hate to admit that. Now, when it comes to him saying Errol Spence been hating on him, bruh, Errol Spence ain't been hating on you. Are you mad because Errol Spence wanted Frank Martin, his fighter that he promotes, to fight you? All of a sudden, now he hating on you? You've never heard Errol Spence say anything negative about Gervonta Davis. Yeah, he said the nigga talk too much. And then Tank had a nerve enough to say that he'll put hands on Errol Spence outside the ring. When he's asked, would he like to fight Errol Spence? He said, nah. But outside the ring, I'll put these hands on him. Man, Errol Spence will beat the dog shit out of you. Let's just keep it real. You can say that stuff to fool your fans because they think you a superhero and they think you a god and they praise the ground that you walk on. But trust me, I know. I've been around Errol Spence and I know niggas that personally know EJ, and EJ will dog walk you in them streets. You know what I'm saying? If this is real, because I mean, they could all be doing this to build up the fight. I do understand that. But if he really real about what he's saying about Errol Spence, first of all, if he's seeing Errol Spence, he ain't gonna have that type of energy one-on-one outside of that ring. Right? And if he did, Errol Spence will hurt little ass Tank. Real bad. See, y'all got it twisted, man. Y'all think because Terrence Crawford did what he did to Errol Spence, y'all looking at like, oh man, you see what Terrence Crawford did? Well, let me let y'all know something. Gervonta Davis little ass ain't Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. Oh yeah, y'all don't know what keeping it real is. Y'all ain't real. Y'all don't even know what that is. Y'all just fanatics that worship another man. But EJ, he came back and he clapped back, and this is what EJ had to say. First, he said the nigga talk too much. Like you all on the internet, you're doing these interviews, you're running your mouth too much. Then EJ said, okay, nigga, try it and see what happened to your ass. Try me and see what happened, plain and flat out. I'm not finna do all this talking. If you think you that tough, try me and see what happened to your ass. Straight like that, man. So that's pretty much how I feel about the situation. If Tank Davis is just promoting, cool. You know, it's all in fun. It's all in entertainment. But if he real about this shit, he dead wrong. And he don't want none of that EJ smoke for real, for real. Now let's hear what Tank had to say about Shakur Stevenson. I'm going to play this for y'all, and we're going to come back and I'm going to cook on this.
When Adrian was in front of me, I never hated on Adrian. I never said I want that. I did say I want that, but I cried type shit. Like, I want that, but I never wanted what Adrian, like, from Adrian. You know what I mean? It's more so like little bro, like, once I get there, that's me. You know what I mean? But it's time, like, people like, I don't want to say no names, but Shakur, shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And it's envy. It's not more so like I want to fight him. Like it's envy. I want what he got type shit. Like that's what it is. That's what made me turn. Like that's why I don't say that name. But I said boy name because he got his ass whooped.
See, people always try to use the word hate to cover up their own insecurities. See, Gervonta Davis is very insecure and he a narcissist because he feels like that. Fighters like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and all of these fighters that came up underneath him that used to look up to him. He think they supposed to be like that forever. And now that these same fighters that used to look up to Gervonta Davis, that used to, look at him as a superior fighter growing up, he think they still should be like that. He has a problem with any of these fighters that came up underneath him, looking at him as competition now, thinking that, okay, I'm better than him now. I want to challenge myself against him. He feels like it's an issue, and this is a sport, bruh. And instead of getting offended by it, you should welcome the challenge. If you really who you say you is and you really believe you the best. But see, you get pissed off and you offended by it. Welcome the challenge. Welcome the competition. Don't get offended, because Shakur has always given you all of the props in the world. Always said, man, Tank is this and Tank is that, and you gonna sit up here and lie on that man and say that he hating on you, it's more than he just want to fight. Nah, bruh. We know what it is with you, bruh. You the true definition of a narcissist. I mean, when I was in the streets, I dealt with niggas just like you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see it until later on down the line. Once you underneath them, they loving you. You know what I'm saying? You their best friend. But once you start, getting on their level and they thinking that you about to pass them, then it's a problem. That's you. It's a sport of boxing. You know what I'm talking about? And the same fans that are crying in my comments and talk about I'm hating on Tank are the same fans that run around talk about Shakur Stevenson. He wants to be friends with everybody. But when he don't want to be friends with Gervonta Davis, when he look at him as competition and want to fight Tank, then he clout chasing. You see how y'all do? Y'all are some weirdos. Now, this is what Shakur Stevenson had to say in response to Gervonta Davis's comments. He says, this nigga said envy, and then he put a crying emoji like laughing. Little dude, I come from nothing, living in mansions, making millions of dollars. A nigga making more money than me, that's cool, I respect it. You got yours out the mud like me. But nigga coming from where we coming from, all this money I'm grateful for. I could never envy nobody. I'm too appreciative to be envying a nigga. I hate these lying ass industry niggas. And that's a fact, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, stop wanting everybody to be beneath you. If they ain't cool with you no more, if you look at them as a threat, you know what I'm saying? You got your spot, bruh, and it is what it is. If you worried about other niggas that used to be underneath you coming to take your spot, if it's a problem that much, get out the goddamn sport, dog. Or fight them and prove that you better than them. Simple as that. Tank better change his outlook on a lot of these things and understand it comes with the game. It's all in competition. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best and prove it. Because if he don't, he going to be in for a rude awakening. And when he lose, he going to really crash out because he's not going to be able to deal with it mentally. So he better change the way he think. Just because these fans think that, their favorite fighter is a superhero and their favorite fighter can't be wrong in no situation, that ain't reality. That's internet shit, and this internet shit is fake. But real life is real life, and Tank Davis, he better straighten up in some of these areas. Anyway, June 15, Frank Martin versus Gervonta Davis is going down. Make sure y'all hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, let me know how y'all feel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.
Yeah, I hope you got big lungs if you're rolling with me.